Thinking about swapping your backyard for a back deck and retiring on a boat? You're not the only one, and for good reason. Life at sea can be peaceful, adventurous, and surprisingly affordable if you do it right. But it's not all sunsets and smooth sailing. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 ways to make retirement at sea actually work, based on real-life lessons from folks who've done it, including myself. Let's get into it. One of the first big steps toward retiring on a boat is letting go of all the extra stuff that just doesn't fit the lifestyle. When I first started downsizing, it felt overwhelming. Years of tools, books, clothes, old kitchen gadgets. It adds up. But the trick is to go at it smart. Don't just toss everything in one go. Start early and work your way through things in stages. Give yourself time to make thoughtful choices. What truly adds value to your day-to-day life? Think in terms of utility and sentiment. On a boat, space is precious. Every item has to earn its keep. Instead of 5 frying pans, you might only need one good one. Sentimental stuff? Take pictures, scan old letters, store heirlooms with family if needed. Downsizing isn't just physical, it's emotional too. But once you do it, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more ready to embrace the simplicity that life on the water offers. The goal isn't to strip life bare, it's to pare it down to what really matters, so you can live fully in a smaller space without feeling like you're missing anything. Let me say this straight. If you're retiring to live aboard, your boat isn't just a vessel, it's your home. And like any home, comfort matters. I've seen folks chase a sleek hull or big sails only to end up cramped, sore, and frustrated. That's no way to enjoy retirement. Focus on a boat that suits your lifestyle. Think wide beam for stability, good ventilation for those warm nights, and enough room inside to stretch out. You'll want a layout that lets you move easily, especially if mobility becomes more of a thing down the road. A decent-sized head with a real shower, worth its weight in gold. Comfortable seating? Crucial. Storage? You'll need more than you think. I went with a Flicka 20 because it was manageable and cozy. But everyone's ideal is different. Don't rush the decision. Spend time aboard different boats. Talk to liveaboards. Try a short-term rental. This isn't about impressing anyone, it's about feeling at ease in your floating home. If you're going to weather storms, fix engines, or just sip coffee at anchor, you'll want a boat that feels right, inside and out. Sailing off into retirement sounds romantic, but bills don't vanish with the tide. If you want this lifestyle to last, you've got to build a budget that works in the real world. That means getting honest about your spending and thinking ahead. Start by listing your monthly basics: marina or anchorage fees, groceries, fuel, insurance, boat maintenance, internet, and a healthcare buffer. Add a bit for travel, fun, and surprise repairs, because those will happen. And don't forget little things like laundry, propane, or the occasional marina shower. They add up. A lot of folks overestimate how cheap it is to live on a boat. Sure, it can be less than life on land, especially if you're frugal and anchored out often. But there are always boat jobs, parts to replace, and gear to upgrade. The ocean's salty, and she's not gentle on your wallet. Once you've got your numbers, test them. Try living on that budget before you set sail. Adjust as needed. A solid financial plan gives you peace of mind, and that's worth a lot more than a new set of sails. You don't have to be a financial wizard to retire at sea, but you do need a steady, reliable way to fund the lifestyle. That usually means living off your investments, whether it's retirement accounts, a rental property back home, or dividends from a portfolio. The key is sustainability. First, know your burn rate, how much money you need each month to live comfortably. Then, match that with a safe withdrawal strategy. Many retirees aim for around 4% a year, but talk to a financial advisor who understands both retirement and the cruising lifestyle. You want your money to last, not run dry halfway across the Atlantic. Keep your finances flexible too. The markets go up and down, and so will your expenses. Some months you'll anchor for free and eat local fish. Other times, a blown engine or emergency haul-out will slam your wallet. Build a buffer. Whatever your setup, stay engaged. Living off investments is the freedom engine that makes the dream go. Keep things simple, keep track of your cash flow, and stay adaptable. Treat it with care, and it'll take you far. Living on a boat doesn't mean disappearing from the world. unless you want to, of course. For most of us, staying connected is vital. Whether it's keeping in touch with family, managing money, or just streaming a movie at Anchor, good tech makes life smoother. Start with internet. These days, mobile hotspots and data SIM cards are the go-to. In many cruising grounds, you can get decent coverage with the right antenna and booster. Starlink has also become a game changer for folks needing reliable service even in remote anchorages. Then there's navigation, weather updates, and maintenance know-how. Apps like Navionics, PredictWind, and YouTube tutorials can save your bacon. And don't forget digital banking. Being able to transfer funds, pay bills, or check investments from anywhere is a must. Tech also lets you stay social. Cruising forums, Facebook groups, and satellite messaging can connect you to a global web of sailors. That means help, advice, and company are rarely far away, even if you're anchored alone. You don't need to be a tech expert, just willing to learn. A little know-how goes a long way toward making retirement afloat not just doable, but really enjoyable. Your health is your true anchor out here. Everything changes if your body can't keep up. I always say, take care of yourself like you take care of your boat. Regular checkups, a decent diet, and keeping active aren't just land advice. They're critical at sea. Before you set sail, get a thorough physical. Bring your medical records along, and keep a basic supply of meds and first aid gear on board. If you've got a chronic condition, make a plan for how you'll handle it when you're miles from the nearest clinic. Insurance matters too. Whether you're coastal cruising or going international, make sure your coverage travels with you. Look into travel health plans or international expat insurance if your home policy doesn't cut it. Stay proactive. I've met plenty of retirees who walk the deck every morning, swim at anchor, or stretch on the bow. You don't need a gym to stay fit, you just need consistency. Staying healthy lets you keep living this dream longer and with fewer hiccups. Don't let it slide. One retirement friendly. When you're cruising full-time, your neighborhood changes with the tides, and some spots are just a better fit for the slower, comfortable pace most of us want in retirement. Warm weather, calm seas, and easy access to supplies make all the difference. Look for areas with decent marinas, good medical care, and friendly locals. The Caribbean, the Mediterranean, and certain parts of the Pacific Northwest all have pockets that cater well to the retired cruiser crowd. Cost is another factor. Some places are budget-friendly, others will drain your savings faster than a leaky through-haul. Research visa rules, import fees, and how easy it is to get mail, fuel, and parts. And don't forget your personal vibe. Do you like quiet, secluded anchorages or bustling marinas with shops and cafes nearby? Choose places that match the rhythm of life you're after. The beauty of this lifestyle is you can move if it's not the right fit. Just make sure you're setting the hook in a place that lets you thrive, not just survive. Even the most seasoned liveaboards know life has a way of changing. A family emergency, a health issue, or just plain old burnout can pull you back to shore faster than you'd expect. That's why it's smart to have a plan B on land. Now, I'm not saying you need to keep a full-size house sitting empty, but maybe hold on to a small plot, a tiny home, or keep good ties with family who can offer a soft place to land if needed. Some cruisers rent out their old home for income, then keep a room or garage for storage and visits. Others just have a storage unit and a couple of trusted friends. Having a land plan gives you peace of mind. It makes the whole lifestyle feel less risky, especially when you're first starting out. You know you've got options if the sea ever stops calling, or if you just want to take a break now and then. Think of it as your insurance against burnout or surprise detours. The freedom of the sea feels even better when you know you've got a safe harbor waiting back on land. The most important piece of making retirement at sea work? Your mindset. Out here, nothing stays the same. The weather changes. Plans fall through. That marina you dreamed of might be full or overpriced. You've got to stay curious, adaptable, and open to the adventure. Every good sailor learns to go with the flow. You'll find that flexibility makes everything easier, whether it's choosing a new route, fixing something with spare parts, or just learning to live with a little less. Staying curious keeps you young. Maybe you learn to fish, or speak a little Spanish, or try your hand at watercolor painting in a quiet cove. Retirement doesn't have to be the end of growth, it can be a whole new beginning. I've met folks in their 70s who are more alive than ever, chasing sunsets, learning weather patterns, and laughing their way through engine repairs. That energy comes from saying yes to change. So if you want this lifestyle to last, and to truly enjoy it, Let go of rigid plans. Embrace what comes. Stay open, stay flexible, and keep chasing that horizon with a wide-open heart. So there you have it. 10 real-deal ways to make retirement at sea not just possible, but downright wonderful. It's not always easy, and it sure isn't always pretty. But if you plan well, stay flexible, and lean into the lifestyle, it can be the most rewarding chapter of your life. The sea has a way of stripping things down to what really matters. You'll find peace in a quiet anchorage, pride in fixing things with your own hands, and joy in simple moments. A cup of coffee on deck, dolphins off the bow, a sunset you didn't have to pay a dime for. If you're dreaming of trading your driveway for a dock line, I hope this gave you a little clarity, maybe even a nudge to start planning. Retirement on a boat isn't about running away. It's about choosing freedom every single day. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you've got questions, stories, or your own tips to share, drop them in the comments. I love hearing from fellow sailors, dreamers, and salty souls. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you out there, somewhere off the coast, riding the rhythm of the tide.